From New York, just down the road from the end of the line, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Sir Alec Guinness, Kamarr the Magician, and Grammy Award winner Tito Puente. Also, Who Asked For It? And now, a man who knows more about life than Dick Clark knows about bloopers, David Letterman.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. Paul and I tonight, as a special treat, we're going to do an oldie. It's a little something by Gene Pitney, 24 Hours from Tulsa. Take it, Paul. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that at home as much as... Thank you. Well, have you recovered from Parents' Night? Last night we had everybody's parents here, and we got to meet them. And meet them, and meet them, and meet them. Ferdinand Marcos left the Philippines. The United States flew him out. He went to Guam, landed at the airport there, had a medical checkup, and then held a surprise election. Who knew that this guy was... He said he was actually glad that there was not a welcoming party at the airport because he knows how dangerous that kind of thing can be. So, it's hot in here. Isn't it hot, Paul? Are we hot in here or what?
It's a little hot in here.
It's a little warm in here. We'll adjust that because we don't want the audience to be uncomfortable, do we? We're only thinking of you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me just put this away so no one gets hurt. Eastern Airlines, if you're planning on traveling anywhere, well, watch out for Eastern Airlines. They've been taken over now by Texas Air. What's his name, Paul? Frank Lorenzo?
Yeah.
But the sale hasn't gone through. The FAA is just about to give its final approval. All Eastern Airlines has to do now is pass a urinalysis test. And if that goes through, then... Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me? Oh. Can you hear me? Can you hear me all right in there? Ladies and gentlemen, what a show. This is unbelievable. Tonight, Paul with the band. Introduce the gentleman with the band tonight.
This is a big
night.
Thrill. Big night, big thrill for me. He just won a Grammy last night for, was it Best Latin Recording? Whatever, we'll get the category straight later. But Mr. Tito Puente, the Latin percussionist extraordinaire, is with us tonight. Boy, are we thrilled about that. Yeah.
David Sanborn won an award last night, too, didn't he?
Our honorary member, David Sanborn, won a jazz award at the Grammys, too, so it's a big night for us.
And look at this. Now, is this a decent magazine? Do you guys like this magazine? I have here a copy of the most recent issue. It's the March '86 issue of Guitar Player magazine. And inside, there's a nice article about Sid McGuinness and Will Lee. Did you guys like the article? Yeah, nice photos. Congratulations, gentlemen. You certainly... Wait a minute. Howard? Did we hear anything or not? Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. Well, Howard, do it anyway, will you? Just one last issue on this Stevie Nicks deal. I finally talked to somebody from her management company, Pinhead Management. Is that who it is?
Yeah, that's the name of the company.
Yeah. I talked to a guy. I'm pretty sure his name was Irv, but I don't know any more than that. And he said that Stevie would be calling, and she never called.
Never called.
That's it on Stevie. By the way, do we have a little of that video we could take a look at? This is Stevie Nicks and her latest video, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. Get a hold of something. It's Stevie Nicks. Watch closely. You'll be glad you did. Stevie Nicks asking the musical question, I can't wait. There you go. Thank you, Stevie.
Well, that's what you call sneak preview video.
Something going on there.
Yeah.
Strange. We're going to do some... Oh, by the way, we need a place to go in May. Where would you like to go, Paul?
Where would I like to go?
Yeah, do the show.
Guadalajara.
Huh? Guadalajara?
Yeah.
No, we're not going to Guadalajara.
It's just kind of on my mind. I don't know why.
Houston. We could go to Houston.
That'd be nice.
Get rid of that lousy Chuck Woolery. What? No, New Orleans would be nice, too. We're going to do something we haven't done in quite some time. We've thrown open our vast, what do you call it, television forum here to our studio audience, and they're going to ask for things that we can do for them tonight. We have a gentleman standing at the microphone this very minute. This is something called Who Asked For It? Do we have music here, Paul? Who asked for it? Yeah, music.
Yeah, who asked for it? Who asked for it? It was you. It must have been you.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to mention your radio show Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it tomorrow.
Let's mention that later.
All right. Yeah, who asked for it? And yes, sir, what is your name, please?
My name is Keith Connors.
Keith, nice to have you here. Where are you from, Keith?
I'm from Philadelphia.
Uh-huh. What do you do for a living?
I manage a hoagie shop there.
You manage a... So your mind is probably all cluttered with details morning, noon, and night, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you could pry yourself away from the hoagies to be here tonight. What can we do for you on Who Asked For It, Keith?
Well, my doctor tells me that my cholesterol level is dangerously low. I was wondering if you could offer me some advice.
It's low?
Yes, it's very low.
Oh, this is not good. It should be high as you can get it. And you need some what, sir?
I was wondering if you could offer me some advice.
Gee, I don't know. That's kind of a puzzler. You really need to get it up there, that cholesterol. I tell you what, we have a film. It was produced by the AMA in conjunction with the National Association of Meat Cutters, and it's narrated by our own Billy, the late night beef boy. Hal, go ahead and roll that film for us. Okay, watch this. See if you.
To ensure that you're getting enough cholesterol in your diet, there's no substitute for fatty meats. This 28-ounce beefsteak supplies nearly half your daily cholesterol requirement. Or try these fried lamb chops. Your heart will literally skip a beat. If you don't want too much butter on that rib roast, lard is a nice change of pace. And this baked ham swimming in melted cheese is chock full of the artery-narrowing fat your body craves. Finally, eggs and bacon aren't just for breakfast anymore. They make an oily side dish that perfectly complements other cholesterol-laden foods for a well-balanced meal. So eat smart, America. Eat fat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Billy. That's Billy, the late night beef boy. Yes, sir. May I help you tonight on Who Asked For It? By the way, this is nothing like viewer mail. Go ahead, sir. What is your name, please?
Benjamin Friedman.
Where are you from, Ben?
I'm sorry?
I say, where are you from, Ben?
I'm from Boston, Mass.
Nice to have you here. That's the hub city, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. And what is your question, Ben?
Well, first off, I'm here with a bunch of friends, and I just wanted to say we really enjoy the show. I
Thank
think
you very much.
You're terrific, and Paul is terrific.
How about
and,
Billy, the late night beef boy?
We enjoyed that as well. But we were just wondering, in the future, is anything coming up that we can look forward to? Anything exciting that you have planned that we can
some kind
get
of a feature, some kind
about?
of an event, some kind of a...
You know, whatever you got there.
Yeah,
anything.
okay, well, as a matter of fact, there is something you can look forward to. Hal, do we still have a copy of that promotion that NBC has been running all week for the new show?
Here it comes.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Watch this, Ben. I think you'll enjoy this.
Take the $6 million man, bleach his hair, trim his beard, give him a bad attitude and a gun, and then send him traveling into the future to a world where love no longer exists. Put it all together and you've got Chris Elliott's new running character, the Regulator Guy, coming next week to late night on most of these NBC stations.
Okay, there you go. I hope you enjoy that. Looks like a lot of fun.
That looks very exciting. That
Good.
Chris Elliott is terrific.
Yeah.
I really like him a lot. He should be on the show a little more often.
Yeah.
You know, he's almost like a god to me.
Thank you very much. Is there? Oh, yes, sir. What is your name, sir?
Oh, hi, Dave.
Hi.
Hi. I'm a little worried about...
I say, what is your name, sir?
My name's Ned Bledlick.
Ned?
Bledlick?
Ned Blidley.
Bledlick.
Bledlick. All right, Ned, what can I do for you, sir?
Well, I'm a little worried about my dog's hearing.
You're worried about your dog's hearing?
Yeah. I was just wondering if you could get Paul to play some of those, those ultrasonic,
very high-pitched notes?
Yeah, just sort of test out the...
Yeah, see if his auditory nerve is intact. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. Paul, do you have some upper register stuff that we might...
high notes here.
Yeah, the very high stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll just...
The real top.
All right, keep going.
Not responding.
No, it doesn't really seem to have much effect on the animal, does it? Well, that's... Oh.
There doesn't seem to be any... doesn't seem to be... He's,
Sorry, why don't you...
He's sweating a little bit here. I guess he's getting a little nervous or something, basically. Well, I guess I'll have to take him to the vet after.
Oh, yeah, take him to the vet. Paul, did you see that? The man's haircut started to bleed. Alec Guinness is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Come on up to the microphone. What is your name, please?
My name is John Tuttle.
Hi, John. How are you? What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I'd just like to take this opportunity to announce a class reunion that I'm organizing.
And what class is that, John?
It's the 1985 graduating class of the New York Ballet.
And when will the reunion be, John?
As soon as possible.
And where is it going to be held?
In a cabin in the woods.
You know, John, you don't look like a ballet dancer exactly.
No, I ain't no ballet dancer.
Well, I guess, geez, I think my ears are bleeding now. Gee, I guess your classmates have all the information they need now.
Yeah, you could come.
No, thanks.
Well,
okay, John, good luck to you.
thank you.
Okay. Oh, God. Yes, oh, wait, we have a young lady in the audience. How do you do, ma'am? What is your name?
My name's Pat Kennedy.
Pat, where are you from?
I'm from Narragansett, Rhode Island.
Oh, that's a lovely community. What do you do for a living? You're not a clamor, are you?
No, I work at the University of Rhode Island.
Oh, I see. What do you teach up there?
No, I'm assistant to the dean.
And how do you... Ladies and gentlemen, pay no attention to this stuff right back here. This has nothing to do with the joke, okay, what you're seeing here. Yes, Pat, what is your question?
Well, my question is, Dave, I really liked your super slow-mo segments. Especially when you threw the eggs into the tabletop fan.
What a coincidence, Pat. So you would like us to try it maybe with a little larger fan?
Yeah, well, the problem is you couldn't see it really well.
That's right. Okay, good Lord, we've anticipated her every whim. Okay, Pat, we'll give it a try. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cover this stuff up, boys, and Paul, come over here. Are we all right? We have time for this? All right, now we have a choice, Paul. We have, come here, don't stand back there. We can either lob a dozen eggs in there, or we can toss a pie. We have cherry pie and a cream pie. What do you think? We can only do it, all right, do both, I guess. You want the pie? This one. Like that. And this is a bowl of eggs. All right. Okay, we all set? All right, now stand over the
ball in there?
Yeah, no, I'll just toss. Let me go over this way. Do you mind? Okay. Now we have to. Ready? No, do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh! God! Oh! Are you? Oh! I'm sure. No, let's. Can we see it in the instant replay? Oh, here comes the instant. There's the fan. Oh, that's great. Jesus, thank you. Very nice question, Pat. I tell you, we're going to hose off the audience. We'll be right back, folks. Remember, Alec Guinness is here tonight.
I'm sure this was
Oh, God. Paul?
That's the craziest thing I've ever done in my life.
What a coincidence that this woman at random in the audience stands up, requests to see something like that, and we have this airplane engine here.
But let's admit it, and neither of us were at the rehearsal.
Now I was at the rehearsal.
Did you not go behind the fan?
No, you don't do it behind the fan. You stand in front of the fan. Oh, thank you very much, gentlemen.
Really?
Look, they're delivering baked goods here.
How come you didn't get hit by a
No, I got hit a little
like
bit. I don't know what happened.
You stood in front of the fan?
We got hit a little bit, yeah.
Maybe I should have been at the rehearsal.
Well, please, Paul, please, I'm pleading with you to come to these meetings and rehearsals.
Well, is this what it takes?
My first guest tonight is one of the greatest actors living today, and this is probably the first time he's ever followed a giant fan. Some of his motion pictures include The Bridge on the River Kwai, Lawrence of Arabia, Kind Hearts and Coronets, and of course Star Wars. He is also the author of this book right here. It's called Blessings in Disguise. Please welcome Sir Alec Guinness.
Please watch your step. Come on up here. You'll be all right. Come around there.
All right, how are you?
I'm just fine. Thank you very much for being here. I'm guessing you don't get a chance to see this television program.
I haven't seen it, except what I've just seen now.
And what was your impression there?
Oh, I'm absolutely mad about it.
Oh, you thought that was all right?
Egg shot, you know, that could go in the Museum of Modern Art anytime.
You're Sir Alec Guinness.
Sure.
And I can call you
Alec.
Alec? Tell me about the ceremony at which you're knighted. This is what happened, right? You were knighted.
Oh, you know, you shuffle along with a lot of other people. Mm-hmm. And the Queen takes a sword, which is a little alarming, and gives you a tap on each shoulder. I mean, you kneel on one knee in front of her.
How many people are knighted at once?
Oh, I don't know, half a dozen, 10 maybe.
Yeah. Do you remember the other folks you were knighted with?
Never heard of them since.
No kidding. You don't, there's no like annual picnic or anything? Was this like a really high point in your career to become knighted for your efforts?
Well, I don't know. It's a very nice honor to receive. There's no financial benefit.
No money involved?
No.
You get I'm guessing a plaque or a...
No, not a thing.
No kidding.
No, not a thing.
But from that...
a tap.
And from that point on, you're Sir Alec
That's
Guinness.
Right. Yeah. Yes, and my wife becomes a lady at last.
That's great. But no other privileges, nothing in
no,
the... Yeah.
No.
Okay. Right. Let's talk a little bit about the book. Tell me about some of the folks that you've worked with. It's a pretty impressive list, any way you want to start here. Ernie Kovacs, for example.
Oh, I was devoted to Ernie Kovacs. I mean, I only met him I met him afterwards, but on the film of Our Man in Havana.
Right.
We met in Havana. And when I first met him, he got his head caught in the Clapper Boys clapper. You know, every gag possible was going on. I thought, oh, crap, we'll never get through this film. However, we became very good friends, and we had our suites in the hotel were adjoining. And one afternoon, I went back. I suppose it's all right saying this.
Well, yeah.
One afternoon, I went back to my room, and Ernie's door was open, and he was sitting just inside the door at a table at a typewriter. He was always very busy, but lying around his room, unmistakably, were 6 very beautiful, totally naked girls reading magazines.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, you know, and I said, Ernie, should I close your door for you? He said, no. He said, if you close the door, he said, people would pass here and they'd say, Ernie Kovacs is in there with 6 broads. But if the door's open, you know, they know it's all perfectly all right and innocent.
And is this where you met Ernest Hemingway, or was that later?
No, I did meet Ernest Hemingway on that film and became very good friends with him. Briefly, alas, you know, 2 or 3 years later, he died. And surprisingly enough, because he's a very different personality to me, or he was, I think we got on very well. And he gave dinner to my wife and myself and Noel Coward.
Where was he living at this point?
In Cuba. And he took a great shine that evening against Noel Coward. And at the end of dinner, he was perfectly polite, but a bit grumbly and gruff under it.
Had he been drinking pretty strong?
No. And he said to me, come along with me. And then he said, I can't stand any more of that inane, coward, finger-wagging, stupid dog. And he said, of course, I could possibly, you know, I could kind of punch him. And then he looked at some stuffed animal heads on his wall, you know, great beasts from Africa and so on. And he said, but then you always kill the thing you love. I don't think I love him. No.
Just rough him up a little bit.
That's right.
Now, this is, you know, looking back on it, even then, this is a pretty heavyweight dinner party. Yourself, the host is Ernest Hemingway, and another one of the guests is...
Graham Greene.
Yeah, Graham Greene, and
who else was there? I forgot. I have to look in the book and find out.
And Noel Coward. Now, what were you eating? Do you remember what was?
No recollection of what it was at all.
That's a pretty heavyweight table. Pretty impressive. Let's do a commercial here, and then we'll continue, and maybe you can throw something at the fan if you like. We'll wheel it back out here for you. We'll be back with Alec Guinness. Hemingway, were there cats everywhere? House cats running around all over the place?
I don't remember.
Don't remember that. Tell me about, we were talking the other day about Ralph Richardson. And somebody, I think it was Bill Wendell, had mentioned the story about how, there, again, at a party, he came in and did something to you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is that...
Oh, it wasn't a party. It was in Madrid, and I'd been alone for a week filming. He'd been away with his wife. Came back, and I thought, oh, I'll ask them out to dinner, and they said, no, can't come to dinner, but if you'd like to come round to our hotel, we'll give you an omelette.
An omelette.
So I went round rather early, and there was a waiter arrived at the door at the same time as I did, big vestibule to their suite, and his wife opened the door and said, come in, and Ralph suddenly appeared, and came straight up to me and said, who can you hit except your friends? And before I knew where I was, he'd punched me on the jaw and knocked me out flat on the ground. You know. And then he retired into another room and went firmly asleep. He was very tired, of course.
And that was it? That
was it. I had my omelette in silence. Unsuspiciously.
This must have been a very strange man.
Oh, he was a dear man. I was devoted to him. He died, what, a couple of years ago. But he was an eccentric. I was in a show with him once in London, and you can tell how long ago it was because I was playing the juvenile. And in the last act, I had a quick change into evening clothes, white tie, tails, and evening shoes. And he came to me after a performance and said, "Your shoes squeak." And, well, I knew they did, you know, something, you know, how they can, the evening shoes. He said, do something about it. And I said, well, I've tried. I've put Vaseline on, I've dampened, nothing seems to happen. Anyway, the next evening, when I came to do my quick change into my evening, they couldn't find my evening shoes, searched everywhere. Then my dresser found them in a bucket of water in a corner of the room. And so, all right, I put them on, and I squelched through the light. He didn't like that. Well, the result of that was that I got a very, very heavy cold, almost pneumonia, and I was off for about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, but they didn't squeak, though, did they?
No, he'd done it, of course. And when I got back, I went to his room, and I said, "Ralph, I'm sorry I was off, but I did have this ghastly cold." And he said, "Have you been off, old fellow?" I didn't notice.
You know, this may sound strange to you, but I bet you've heard it before. You have the most beautiful eyeballs of anybody I've ever seen in my life.
What?
They're absolutely...
What are you talking about?
Your eyes, the color is lovely, and they're just very nicely...
Oh, that's very good. Yours are not bad.
No, mine are just run-of-the-mill eyeballs, but I'm serious. If you ever get a chance to look this man real close in the face, and in fact, after the show, if you have some time... all right, let's talk a little bit about Star Wars. Now, when they first asked you to be in that film, were you reluctant to participate in the film? Did you know anything about
I knew about American Graffiti, which I admired very much.
George Lucas?
And I inquired about George Lucas, and I was in Hollywood at the end of making a film.
What was the film?
Murder by Death, it was called.
Not as big as Star Wars, was it?
No.
Yeah.
No. And there was a script on my dressing table, and I saw George Lucas's name, and that I knew had, you know, was potential there. And then I opened it, and I thought, oh my God, it's, you know, it's science fiction, and it's not going to be for me. But I'll read a little bit, and I started reading. I didn't think the dialogue was very good, but it held me from page to page. And the next day, I met with Lucas. We had lunch together. I liked him enormously. And, you know, shortly after that, he said, would I come and play that part?
Yeah.
Which was one of the luckiest things that's come my way.
It must be, not being an actor, I don't know if this is true, but it must be very satisfying to you know that a line from that movie that your character spoke is now part of movie legend and will forever sustain. Do it.
My beautiful eyeballs glaze over. May the force be with you.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind that? Maybe you're tired of that, huh?
I am a bit.
A little bit weary of that. All right, I'm sorry. By the way, that wasn't the line I was talking about, but thanks anyway. Where are you living now?
I live in southern England, in the country.
And very comfortable?
No, very simple.
Very simple
way,
yeah,
sure.
What, do you have hobbies and so forth?
No, I read a lot.
Read a lot?
I look after my dogs.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Well, they're both mongrels. One thinks she's a bearded collie, and the other thinks that he's a Labrador, but they're not quite.
Yeah.
They look kind of like that.
What are the names there?
The names? It's awfully embarrassing asking about the names of pets.
Yeah, I know. You can run into that. I'll tell you the names of mine.
All right.
All right, and I guess they're embarrassing. One is Bob, and the other one is Stan.
Oh, straight,
Stan,
absolutely straight.
Yeah.
Well, my bearded collie is called Bluebell.
Oh, yeah. Bluebell.
And the Labrador type is called Japheth.
Japheth.
Well, my wife and I squabble about this. I say Japheth, and she says Japhet. So he gets called those two different names. But he's not really confused.
But they're great dogs.
Oh, yeah, well.
And the book, I'm guessing the book is doing quite well for you.
In England, very well. Yeah. I hope it'll be all right here.
Alec Guinness, blessings in disguise. Geez, it was a pleasure meeting you, and thanks for putting up with this nonsense.
Thanks so much.
Sir Alec Guinness, folks. We'll be right back.
Thursday on the sizzling season premiere of The Regulator Guy. Can the regulator deal with the ultimate insult?
I'm a what?
Explosive, says the Chicago Sun-Times.
I told you not to call me that. You'll see what happens when you call the regulator the wrong thing.
Chris Elliott's performance is a sheer delight, a joyful celebration. Tom Shales of The Washington Post. Strap yourself in for the television event of the decade. The series that has attracted more publicity and more controversy before its initial airing than any other series in television history, with the possible exception of The Fugitive Guy.
Oh, we'll have squirrel tonight, all right? Oh, yeah. No, understand. Hey, guys, I don't... Get down, all of you! Now, up against the wall!
It's time for America to face the facts. We need him. The Regulator Guy, Thursday on NBC.
Be there.
What did he say? We'll have squirrel tonight? Is that what he said? Sir Alec Guinness playing around in the control room. Coming up in this half hour, of course, Tito Puente is with our band, and you're going to play a number. Sounds terrific, gentlemen. Tomorrow, now, is this a new show or a repeat? It sounds like a repeat. Tomorrow night, it's Jane Pauley, comedian Will Shriner, and Bo Diddley. It's a new show, brand new show. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest often works on the same bill as Sir Alec Guinness. He's the only Greek magician I know. Please say hello to Kamarr, the discount magician.
David, how are you, David?
Good, Kamarr, how are you?
Oh, easy, watch it.
Kamarr, ladies and gentlemen. Kamarr, nice to have you here.
Thank you. How are you, David?
Fine. Nice to see you again.
I was in Aruba, just came back.
In Aruba?
Yeah, you show not only give fun to the people, but gives a lot of job to me.
Oh, well, that's good.
So keep calling me back.
I certainly appreciate
David, you
that.
see, I did something with a fire, right?
Yeah, you had a little fire
there. And I put some gloves to protect my hands.
Protective gloves on.
Now, I can't just
That's
throw
so
the glove.
important, isn't it, for the kids starting out?
David, I'm doing the magic show tonight. Just cooperate with me.
All
now,
right,
this
I'll do
is...
what I can.
Now, I can't just throw the gloves away. So
no, you can't throw those gloves away.
I'm a normal man. This is my left-hand glove, and this is the right hand.
That's
Which one you like?
I'll take the left.
No prearrangement whatsoever with David. One glove that you like, the left one. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to do this, and I want you to put them in your clean hand, not the other one. Right there, close it. And I'm going to take the other one that he did not choose, ladies and gentlemen, here and back home. Now,
here? What do you mean here
in the studio?
Here and back home?
And back home that they're watching the TV show. Yeah. What do you expect from a Greek? Now blow 3 times, David.
I'm sorry,
David, blow 3 times.
On my hand?
On your hand. And we're going to do a little magic. Now, you see, he had the free choice to choose this glove. Watch what happened. My glove, it remains normal, the same side. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, let me see yours.
Let's open this one up and just...
Look at what happened. He shrank his own glove. Look at that. I don't believe that. He make it smaller. How'd you do that, Dave? Would you believe that? Unbelievable. Thank you very much.
Let me see that.
We got to come back.
Hold on, let me see. Give me that glove.
David. Now. David, listen.
It was this much smaller.
What do you mean?
That much smaller. Kamarr, those gloves are one size fits all. Let me see
We have no camera tricks over here.
That much smaller.
Do we have camera tricks?
No camera tricks.
So
these are all live illusions.
Here, all this happened right in front of you. David, you have a $20 bill by any chance?
I do. I have a 20 right here.
Listen, I tell you what. I've been all over the world in every television show.
You just got back from Aruba, I understand.
Yes, I had TV over there.
Okay.
Except the Johnny Carson show yet. But I like to do something.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I get it. This is like you're auditioning for the Tonight Show here? Oh, well, thank you very much, Mr. Magic.
You see, David, No, but I have something for you that I didn't have for nobody. I brought you a trophy with a magician symbol with the cards.
Yeah,
and it says that you're the worst assistant of a magician.
I'm the worst assistant.
Yeah, you are.
Magically Kamarr, the magician. Thank you very much. I'll certainly
All right, we'll give it to you later on. Now,
Yeah,
this is your $20.
Thank you very much.
I have
keep
here...
moving, Kamarr.
Yeah, I am.
The Tonight Show likes everything really tight. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, all right, give me your $20. I'm going to place them inside your hand just like that. And we do a little magic dust like this from my pocket. Would you blow, please? Thank you very much. Your $20 is gone.
It's vanished.
Now, we have another trick for you,
Jeez.
David.
You don't suppose it's in one of those tiny gloves, do you? Let's have a look at those gloves and
If
see
you can find it. They're gone.
No, they're gone.
David, I don't like to do card tricks, but this is my own creation. This is a masterpiece.
How much time do we have here?
Listen.
A minute and a half.
A minute and a half.
How badly don't you like doing them?
All right, listen. If we have a minute and a half, I tell you what. I tell you what.
Go right to the big stuff.
Listen, we have here a sharp stainless steel knives, and we have a creation of the 17th century. It was made in France. And this knife, it goes through the hole.
That's stainless steel?
Stainless steel. Now we're gonna put your neck in there, and I'm gonna use David as a volunteer. Now, please don't bring Paul this time.
No.
I want you to
Let me see
cooperate.
that blade, though. If you're gonna put it through. Let me see that blade.
It's safe.
No, I want to check it out
because... You make me nervous now. Take it easy. How that goes? I forgot. I'm doing the trick now.
I'm telling you, Kamarr, you screw up on Carson and you're dead.
Okay, are you okay?
It's one thing you come here and goof around, but you know...
All right, just hold it there, David. David, are you okay?
Let me see one of these blades.
All right, take it safe. Don't worry about it.
I'm fine.
All right, just sit down over there, relax.
Now, let me see one of those.
Okay, now.
Let me see the sword.
David, you want another trophy like that?
No, I don't want a trophy.
Okay.
Let me see the sword.
We're going to place this right through the neck.
All right, let me see that before because we want
right after the show. It's too sharp. You're going to...
We want to demonstrate to people what you're dealing with is forged steel.
Watch. What do you want? A murderer? An accident? Watch, I'm going to place it right there. And let me know if you feel it, okay? Do you feel it?
Oh, yeah, I do feel it.
You feel it? Okay,
yeah.
We tried a different hole. You feel it?
No, I don't feel it.
You don't feel it?
I don't feel
No?
No, I don't feel it.
No?
No.
You don't?
I don't feel it.
That's good. You're hypnotized. Huh? Oh, my goodness, look at that. Look at how you look up. All right. Hey.
Wait a minute. Let me see that. Wait a minute. That's no sir. It's a tape measure, ladies and gentlemen. Okay,
I heard over there somebody says it's a trick.
No.
Aren't you glad it's a trick? I can't kill David Letterman.
We got to hurry and get this. We have to get this tape out to Burbank so Johnny can take a look at it. Kamarr, the discount magician, ladies and gentlemen. Tito Puente is here tonight, and he will be at Radio City Hall next week. Is it, Tito? All right, next Saturday. And last night he won a Grammy. He's been sitting in with the band all evening. It's a pleasure and honor to have him here. This is his new album. It's called Mambo Diablo. Please welcome the king of Latin music, Tito Puente. the other ones? How many others are there like that? Where you hit the keyboards and mallets?
Right, sure.
Xylophones?
Vibroharp.
Vibroharp? Same thing?
Practically same thing.
Yeah. Congratulations on the Grammy last night. You won what? 19, 20 of them?
Yeah. No, I won 3 of them and about 5 nominations.
Yeah. So now, do you like winning those? Is that a big deal for you?
Yeah. Where's the money?
Yeah. You'd rather have some money.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. There's no money involved in the.
No,
yeah.
no. A lot of prestige.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. You'll take with that. Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
And who's going to be at Radio City Music Hall with you?
Well, I have a nice show coming up March 1st with the queen of salsa, Celia Cruz. And we have a big production, Las Vegas type of show with dancers and all conga drummers and everything. Beautiful show.
And it's for a full week?
One night.
One night.
Overnight, sure.
Yeah.
In and out.
Yeah, in and out. Count the money on the plane. Yeah. And you're acting now too. You're on. You taped a Bill Cosby show. Has that been on the air yet?
Yes, it was on the air.
Yeah. What part do you play? Do you play Tito Puente?
No. Yes, I do. But I play with the Jazz Caravans, about 1,000 years old, in the Jazz Caravan. And very funny incident happened. I'm sleeping in Bill's bed because I was very tired that morning, and he had his head on my stomach, resting with a big cigar like you do. You know, and I fell asleep. So it was time for me to go on the show. So he tells me, Tito, wake up, you're on camera. Oh, I know, I just woke up, started 1, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. I started cueing the band in right away.
How did they get Tito Puente into the story there?
Well,
the bus breaks down outside and, oh, look, kids, it's Tito Puente. We got to do a commercial. We'll be back. Okay, folks, we're done. Tito, have a good time at Radio City. Tomorrow night, folks, it's Jane Pauley, Will Schreiner, and Bo Diddley. Thank you very much. Good night.